Hello, hello. We are going to talk about how soon to get into another relationship after you've gotten out of one. I have seen time and time again that you haven't even finished your dirty laundry with one and you're already jumping into a relationship. For women specifically, stop being stupid. You're going to fall into the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and for guys, speaking to the guys, yes, it sucks being lonely. I understand, especially with the
women.
men's loneliness, but especially you have articles. I'm the researcher of the two, and the men's loneliness is at an all-time high. And the reason being is because you all have set higher standards. The standards for women have gone up higher. So there's more demand from the man than there ever was before. And this whole thing about, well, it's a man's world. Okay, well, if you compare the salary, yeah, but this isn't what this is about. What this is about is in the dating realm, the ladies have the advantage over the man because they have more. I'm just telling you, the research has shown that. Whether you agree or disagree is a moot point, but that's what it says.
I agree, but I think we also take out what you all need to be doing, asking us out. And the thing is we're in a society that's so quick, right? And you men are so slow sometimes, seriously, because of fear or whatever. And then the men are lonely and women want things done. And so then you have now women asking men out.
Yes, that because men,
it's wrong.
We give up our roles to be. If we go back to the cavemen days, okay, we're not going to be like grabbing women by the hair. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane. That's some of this is about. That is abusive. That's true toxicity right there. You want to talk about toxic? But I digress. The reality is, it is in our DNA. We are programmed to be the hunters. We go for the women. We go look for the women, right? As the gatherers, the women, you all tend to be more nurturing. I know that these days you can't really say that because to say that is wrong. And so, but the reality is, yes, men, it's programmed in our DNA. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with stay-at-home dads, but traditionally speaking, the man does go out, and nowadays two-wage earners, sadly, because of the inflation and all that stuff. Again, that's not what this is about. But we have our own roles and women accordingly.
Yes. However, I get it. Being lonely stinks, especially if you've been used to being with someone for a long period of time. But you need to heal from that relationship before you pursue another one. Why? Because things are muddled. Because you can't think clearly when you still have drama going on from your previous relationship. You have to heal that heart before you move on. Why? Because if not, you're going to get into the same toxic relationship. You're going to fall into the same type of pattern without giving yourself clarity. So, I have seen so many women, they haven't even finished their marriage and they're already jumping into the second relationship. And it ends up being the same thing. And they end up being heartbroken again because the guy ends up being the same. And they wonder why. Trust me, I've been there. I've sat alone and it sucks. There's no other way to put it. But I had to work on me. I had to figure out what went wrong and improve upon that before moving on. That's why this relationship works, because I did the really, really hard work and the dirty work and this, that loneliness thing. And I hope never to be that again. But I was able to find me.
But above all, the key ingredient missing is you need to have God at the center of the relationship. Nobody can ever complete that vast void, that human longing that is within our hearts. Ultimately, yes, we can read all the self-help books out there, but if you're not okay, if your relationship with God or your faith isn't rooted deeply, then when you put your hope on another human being, you will be disappointed. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship, just like there's no such thing as a perfect human being. Anything else?
No.